Hello, my name is Michael Lanasa, and I'm a technical writer for Active Directory Rights Management Services. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to configure Active Directory Federation Services to work with ADRMS by walking through the steps in the ADRMS with ADFS Identity Federation Step-by-Step Guide on TechNet. Active Directory Federation Services is a trust relationship between a resource partner and an account partner, where users in the account partner forest can access ADFS-aware applications such as ADRMS, by using single sign-on. This is the first installment in a three-part series, and in this video, I'll walk you through Step 3 of the step-by-step guide and show you how to install and configure ADFS in both an account partner and a resource partner forest. In my virtual environment, I've already completed the ADRMS step-by-step guide, which creates a new forest for an organization called CP&L Enterprises with an ADRMS installation. I've also created a new forest for Trey Engineering, one of CP&L's partners. Here is a diagram that shows the virtual machines that I will be using. Here, CP&L is the resource forest, and Trey Engineering is the account forest. Alright, let's get started. My first step is to install ADFS in both forests. I'll start at the CP&L Federation server, called ADFS Resource, and I'll log on as ADFS Admin, which is an account with local administrative rights on this machine. In Windows Server 2008, Active Directory Federation Services is installed as a server role, so I'll open Server Manager and click Add Roles to start the Add Roles wizard. On the Select Server Roles page, I'll select Active Directory Federation Services and click Next. Here, I'll select Federation Service, and a pop-up appears with a list of the prerequisites I need to add to install this service. Here, I select my server authentication certificate, which I created prior to installation. On this page, I'll select the token signing certificate. Using self-signed certificates is not recommended in a production environment, and while you could technically use the same certificate for both server authentication and token signing, we recommend that you get separate certificates for each. I'll click Next to create a new trust policy. Here we can see a list of all the different IIS prerequisites to installing the Federation service. I'll click Next and we're ready for installation. Once this finishes, we'll install ADFS on a server in the Trey Research domain. The installation is successful, so I'll click Close and we'll head to a server in the Trey Research domain. I'll log on to the Trey Research Federation server called ADFS Account as ADFS Admin. I'll repeat the installation steps on this server. I start by opening the Server Manager. I'll click Add Roles to start the Add Roles wizard. I click Active Directory Federation Services and then click Next. Here, I select Federation Service, and I notice that unlike the previous installation, there's no pop-up box asking that I install any IIS prerequisites. That's because I have already installed the required components before beginning this installation. Here, I choose the certificate I created for server authentication. Notice that the subject name of the certificate is adfs-account.treyresearch.net. This must match the host name of the server as well as the Federation server endpoint URL, and we'll see that in the next step. The token signing certificate does not have any strict name requirements. It simply needs to be an X509 certificate. I'll create a new trust policy, click Next, and then click Install. Once the installation is complete, I'll configure ADFS using the ADFS console for Trey Research. The installation is successful. Now I'll click Close, close the Server Manager, and we'll head to the ADFS console.